Welcome to Astral Visionary. One's what I'm going to tell may surprise or perhaps shock you. But the fact that you're seeing this video right now is no coincidence. You were picked. You've gone through periods of solitude when you expected somebody to help you. Friends, relatives, and mentors offered you nothing more than discouragement and silence. They did not assist you when you needed it most. Now for the big reveal. God will make you a millionaire, partially because they refuse to help. Before we begin, make sure you enjoy this video. Subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. 77 below to send a big signal into the cosmos. Also, if this video connects with you, feel free to watch it numerous times. If you are genuinely selected, you will stay until the end. If not, you will most likely leave before these facts become clear. Chapter 1. The Season of Lack and Abandonment. Every chosen one goes through a time that seems like a financial, emotional, and spiritual drought. You may remember times when you wondered why no one would step up to assist, particularly people who had been so supportive of your own challenges. People you see on a daily basis might be coworkers, family, or even mentors. Ignoring your desire for help or dismissing your objectives is unreasonable. At the time, it seemed like a lonely route you walked with little support. This is not to suggest you had no help, but the extent of what you need seldom matched what was provided. Perhaps your company ideas were dismissed as too hazardous, or your plans to return to school were thought unrealistic. The hurt was amplified when you saw they enthusiastically financed or encouraged others in much less terrible circumstances, leaving you wondering why you were singled out for neglect amid that sorrow. You could have believed you were worthless or unlikable. However, behind the scenes, a larger drama was emerging. The season of scarcity and desertion was not intended to break you, but rather to polish your poverty by forcing you to accomplish things on your own. You uncovered untapped sources of resourcefulness, ingenuity, and grit. You learned to pivot in the face of adversity rather than giving up. If others had rushed in with easy bailouts, you may have relied on them indefinitely, never finding your own ability for innovation. It is paradoxical. Their lack of assistance fueled your final empowerment. You may have also seen that your confidence in divine timing got stronger during difficult times when individuals refused to open their wallets or hearts. You directed your attention upwards. Prayer, meditation, or just talking to God became your emotional lifeblood. This spiritual anchor taught you to depend on invisible orchestration rather than human kindness. What was the result? You created a synergy with cosmic energy that led to unforeseen answers, ideas, and alliances. So, that season seemed like a betrayal, but now you can understand how it led you into direct dependence on a greater power. The chosen road is seldom the simplest, but it is the one that transforms you into someone capable of handling enormous benefits appropriately. While it is true that some people delayed aid, their indifference strengthened your resilience in ways they never expected. They helped you ascend by challenging you to polish your abilities and maintain unshakable faith. As a result, the moment has come for an unexpected disclosure. The same people who dismissed you may soon be amazed when God raises you to heights you never believed possible. Their unwillingness to assist paradoxically worked as fertilizer for your emerging destiny as you exited the season of scarcity. You embody teachings of independence, unflinching faith, and unshakable self-belief that no external validation can match. This path from abandonment to unstoppability prepares the stage for the extraordinary cash flow that God is going to pour into your life. Chapter 2. How divine compensation works. Many people believe that blessings happen at random or that financial windfalls are exclusively the product of personal relationships, networking, strategic partnerships, or inherited money. But as a chosen one, you've seen a deeper law at work. Divine compensation. Essentially, it is the cosmic technique of balancing scales. When individuals or institutions fail to recognize or foster your potential, God or the universal force intervenes to guarantee you are not cheated by human oversight. Simply said, when you engage your energy, love, and time in good causes or individuals who never return, a type of universal nurturing acknowledges your efforts. This is not about mercenary tit for tat. It is about spiritual equality. While humanity may forget your sacrifices, the divine will not. So, even if you do get assistance from individuals you assisted, there is a spiritual IOU waiting to be repaid over time. That obligation is frequently handled in ways that defy your imagination. People you see on a daily basis may consider you fortunate if a successful business contract unexpectedly falls into your lap or a previously overlooked idea secures a large investment. They attributed it to time or coincidence. But, it's the cosmos compensating for the time she drained your resources with little return. According to the cosmic principle, kindness motivated by pure motivations reaps tenfold rewards. However, the returning harvest may be postponed until you have reached spiritual maturity. Another aspect is that divine compensation often skips pathways that we believe are required. You may assume you need the support of a certain mentor or financing from a specific organization, but these things never happen. Instead, possibilities come from unexpected places. Perhaps a new friend invests in your project, or an internet platform promotes your work naturally. The point is that if you knocked on a locked door, it was never yours. God arranges windows for whole new structures if necessary. Furthermore, this compensation addresses intangible deficiencies such as confidence, self-worth, and creative development. The journey to millionaire status is about more than just the numbers in your bank account. It is also about the character you acquire along the way. Divine recompense guarantees that you grow into someone who can not only receive prosperity, but also manage it appropriately. Have you received resources early or from the incorrect people? You may have wasted them or been embroiled in harmful addictions. Thus, when others ask why dad is making you a billionaire, you may gently allude to the karmic or cosmic balance that is being restored. Your unacknowledged effort, neglected devotion, and once unheard prayers have finally converged into actual wealth. And this windfall is not an act of revenge. To put it in the faces of those who dismissed you, it's about following a greater plan in which riches provides the tools to realize your bigger life's mission. Whether that's humanitarian work, creative leadership, or helping people in true need, and embracing the law of divine reward. You let go of animosity and regrets over those who did not support you, seeing them as tools who, by withholding assistance, pushed you to depend on a larger and more restricted source. Now, as benefits increase, your heart is free of resentment. You allow kindness and thankfulness to guide your new resources toward healing and change for yourself, the earth, and, ironically, those who have previously turned away. Chapter 3. The spiritual reason they didn't help. One question often troubles those who have experienced a lack of assistance. Why didn't they aid me? You could believe they were envious or didn't care. While these aspects exist, there is also a significant spiritual component. Sometimes God decides who can and cannot help you, ensuring that your path propels you into the vessel required for a greater purpose. If everyone had come to your rescue, you may not have honed particular talents, gained resilience, or maintained your faith. By withholding assistance, these non-supportive adults often unintentionally contribute to your spiritual progress. They encourage you to seek resources inside yourself or from the divine. If you think back on the times you were left stranded, you'll notice that each situation prompted you to innovate or depend on spiritual downloads. People you encounter on a daily basis may perceive this as survival instincts, but you realize it is more of a cosmic push for your soul to develop in ways that comfort zones never allow. Furthermore, if specific relatives or mentors always bailed you out, you may have been reliant on their influence. People that are deeply invested in your success often try to influence your decisions, shape your initiatives to meet their vision. If you come from a lineage of chosen ones, you are destined to disrupt old patterns rather than perpetuate them. Their unwillingness to aid has a hidden benefit. You maintain your independence, crafting a genuine path free of extraneous influence. On a deeper level, some people just lack the ability to walk with you. They're caught up in their own delusions or self-limiting beliefs. They may have seen your ability, but felt intimidated or unable to help. Instead of recognizing that they faked disinterest or created excuses, they decided they didn't want to address their faults in the face of your desire. Your relentless energy brought out their buried fears, so they removed themselves rather than acknowledging they had nothing meaningful to give. Spiritually speaking, each no or rejection led you back to God. Each time you understand no one is there for me, you enter greater communication with the heavenly world. There, you found a wealth of thoughts, a direction that beyond human reasoning. This creates an unbreakable relationship with the source of wealth, stronger than any ephemeral handshake or loan from mortals who may later claim some credit for your success. Now, as you stand on the verge of $1 million success, you can understand how deliberate these refusals were. In a way, these people unintentionally handed you the gift of self-reliance and spiritual commitment. The resentment you formerly felt may be turned into thankfulness once you understood how important their absence was to your progress. After all, a diamond is formed under extreme pressure, not by delicate polishing. Part of the strain came from a lack of aid. So, if you're still perplexed or resentful about why certain individuals withheld assistance, take a step back to view the larger spiritual tapestry. They didn't assist because you needed to understand the whole scope of God's provision. They didn't assist since their engagement may jeopardize their unique calling. They didn't assist since you had to carve out your independence in isolation. It's all part of the divine plan, setting you for a degree of achievement that no human can duplicate. Chapter 4. Embracing your uncommon drive after receiving little to no support. Many selected ones develop a fire in their spirit, a drive that goes beyond conventional ambition. The spark comes from demonstrating to yourself, more than anybody else, that your destiny cannot be rejected. People you encounter on a daily basis may tell you that you are too intense or that you should relax. However, this sense of haste is not motivated by vanity. It expresses your soul's mission. You can tell that time is ticking, not out of fear, but with purpose. I have a task to finish. However, uncommon drive may not always imply recklessness. Instead, it's about maintaining constant attention. You could wake up early, energized, and ready to face your objectives. When challenges arise, you pivot quickly rather than sag in despair. Every setback is another jigsaw piece that motivates you to improve your plan. Some people are perplexed by this constant forward motion since they would rather watch Netflix than work on a side project. But they haven't experienced the clarity that comes with being selected. You may rest comfortable knowing that your potential is being wasted. Consider how your motivation emerged in modest successes. Perhaps you had the stamina to work a day job while starting a company on weekends, or you saved little sums of money over months to invest in a larger plan. Each micro step seemed meaningful since you saw it as part of your future millionaire tapestry. The world refers to these modest steps as drive. But, there are stepping stones designed by a power that wants you to achieve without relying on outside assistance. You depend on your incredible resilience and resourcefulness. Another part of unique drive is your tolerance for prolonged isolation. Selected ones often tread roads that few people can relate to, whilst others plan easygoing weekends. You might be engaged in spiritual introspection or creative thinking. It's not that you dislike social activities. You just emphasize constructing your future above ephemeral amusements. This self-discipline may strain relationships. Loved ones may accuse you of abandoning them, but your heart understands that if you go in right now, you risk slowing the momentum that has just started to develop. You also manage misfortune with extraordinary serenity, when most people would disintegrate in the face of a severe financial catastrophe. You regarded it as a message to take a just route. People were amazed that he neither panicked nor shocked others. You make decisions based on your intuition. The greater the task, the larger the testing. Surviving each exam helps you prepare for future expansions. This viewpoint assuages skeptics who anticipate drama but instead see resolution. Embracing your unique drive requires some caution, as you must avoid confusing irrepressible ambition with a disdain for self-care. Burning out would benefit no one, least of all the objective you are pursuing. Balancing intense work with soulful relaxation helps you keep your focus and creative spark. You were created for big things, but you are still human, not a machine. Finally, this incredible desire is your superpower. It makes up for the aid you never received, fueling your upward trajectory toward millionaire status. Embrace it without shame, recognizing it as the driving force behind your larger purpose every day. Let it propose through tiny tests, large goals, and unavoidable barriers, affirming that no lack of assistance in your past will extinguish the divine light that burns inside. Chapter 5: Financial Breakthroughs in the Making. As you connect with your spiritual direction and accept your passion, financial breakthroughs begin to occur in unexpected ways. A secret ability may turn into a lucrative job, or a passion could grow into a successful platform. Opportunities for novel business models or game-changing partnerships often arise, transforming remote aspirations into attainable realities. These breakthroughs may begin modest and progress gradually. A little investment or side venture might outperform your primary employment income, while others disregard these gains as chance. Repeated victories generate irrefutable momentum. Guided by intuition, you persevere with enterprises that seem right, even if they expand slowly. Unlike some who seek immediate rewards, you cultivate your path gradually, believing in divine time. Your efforts will eventually pay off with solid financial foundations. Strangers or new acquaintances sometimes rely on unexpected allies. Step in with resources and direction to demonstrate that lost chances or denied aid were part of God's plan. These instances confirm your faith, demonstrating that you do not need anyone's sympathy to succeed. Breakthroughs also need humility. Fleet develops scorn and hubris, but being grounded and giving assures long-term success when your emphasis turns from riches to purpose. Each milestone is inevitably accompanied by financial benefits. Surprising alliance and profit are preparing you for even larger benefits. Chapter 6: Turning Bitterness into a Stepping Stone. Despite your enthusiasm about impending financial successes, you may still be plagued by residual anger about previous neglect and thoughts of how friends or relatives might have helped but chose not to. These sentiments may sting if not addressed. They may fester, infusing your newfound achievement with skepticism. It is critical to turn your resentment into a stepping stone that propels you forward rather than allowing it to dominate your accomplishments. Begin by validating your pain. Yes, it was unjust that others who should have supported you remained mute or disregarded your goals. Their delay may have resulted in 2 years of unneeded misery. Recognizing the suffering is a step toward letting it go. Pretending you're completely above feeling bitter merely masks the emotion, and suppressed anger might hinder your next chapter in subtle ways. However, do not allow your sad memories turn into vendettas. People you see on a daily basis may urge you to brag after you're affluent, to flaunt your success as a way of saying, "Look what you missed." However, retribution seldom provides closure. It anchors you in the past rather than moving you forward. Instead, regard your accomplishments as evidence of divine orchestration you sought without their assistance, emphasizing the irrepressible character of your destiny. Journaling about each individual who declined help and how it made you stronger is one practical technique to let go of resentment. List the lessons learned when handling problems alone. Consider how your resilience, independence, and spiritual depth would have halted if you had been spoon-fed answers. By framing their lack of assistance as a strange sort of flavor, you eliminate resentment and replace it with thankfulness for your heightened skill set. You might also directly or meditatively offer them forgiveness and energy. Some may never seek for forgiveness. Some people may be unaware of the severity of your pain. I still forgive them. Free yourself from the emotional drain. It does not imply forgetting, nor does it necessitate allowing them back into your private zone. It's an internal decision that says, I won't allow your decisions tame my thoughts any longer. This phase puts you beyond pettiness, ensuring that you focus your efforts on creating rather than taking revenge. Finally, converting resentment into purpose allows you to sympathize with others in similar circumstances. Once affluent, you may quietly assist motivated folks who confront disinterest in their circles. Mentoring them or investing in their initiatives becomes your method of ending the cycle you experienced. Such actions not only alleviate residual resentment, but also reinforce your status as someone who overcome hardship to become a conduit of benefits. As a result, although the memories of being neglected might be painful, it may not aggravate your current or future circumstances. Every trace of bitterness may be used to generate empathy, self-reflection, and the development of generosity that challenges the scarcity attitude imposed by others. Embracing this viewpoint increases your spiritual growth by transforming unpleasant memories into stepping stones for both your soul's restoration and the transformational mission God has put in your hands. Chapter 7. Entering your millionaire season with confidence. Recognize the value of your lonely path. Confront the underlying reasons of non-support and realign your mentality to attract financial plenty. You are now on the verge of becoming a billionaire. This isn't just a fancy term. It represents the conclusion of a cosmic plan, your unwavering determination, and heavenly recompense for every resource you needed. Stepping into the season with confidence entails accepting the whole of your difficult and victorious experiences and incorporating them into your success narrative. Confidence does not entail arrogance. It's the peaceful knowledge that you've prepared for the many times you've faced doubt, overcome hardship, and never let negativity weaken your determination. People you encounter every day will notice your constant calm, the calm of someone who has seen a result beyond the scope of conventional perception. Your path to this point demonstrates that faith can bend the odds in your favor. Accept the information when you broaden your financial portfolio in this new season. Celebrate each forward step. Transitioning from surviving to flourishing might seem bizarre. Like, is this really happening? Indeed, it is. Document your accomplishments. They go tiny to keep you grounded in thankfulness. Small celebrations provide emotional lift, allowing you to continue ascending without becoming complacent. This exercise of introspection also helps you stay humble, reminding you that he previously worked without assistance and that your present benefits are part of a larger plan. Another important aspect of this season is discernment. As money flows, so do appropriate postings. Old friends who earlier dismissed you may re-emerge, screaming your praises. New faces may come, offering you incredible discounts. Yes, you are directed by higher forces, but it does not eliminate the need to exercise care when it comes to possible companions or offers, since both worldly vigilance and spiritual intuition may indicate something is odd. Step away gracefully. Your riches is too holy to be involved in unscrupulous partnerships. Simultaneously channel your profits into ventures that feed your soul's purpose, such as charity, community development, or creative company concepts that benefit others, which align with your chosen essence. When you're spiritually inclined, the delusions of grandeur that so many people pursue lose their attractiveness. Instead, you'll discover wealth and resources, encourage development and happiness around you, fill your heart, and confirm your role as a light for those who question your path. Finally, stay open to further change. Your millionaire status is not the end. It is a period that drives you into new spiritual and monetary possibilities. The benefits you get might reveal new levels of meaning. Maybe start a school, supporting movements for justice, or just live a life of ethical affluence. Every undertaking becomes a message. You may succeed in this domain while upholding greater beliefs, proving incorrect those who felt you need their assistance to ascend. As a result, you approach your millionaire season with your head held high and your heart heavy with resentment or sorrow. Each hardship has honed your versatility. Every grief has honed your sensitivity, and every closed door has taught you how to welcome others to religion. You are not just affluent financially. You're wealthy and experienced. Wisdom and spiritual fortitude. In this dazzling alignment, no impediment can prevent you from living the destiny you were born to, steeped in both riches and veneration for the heavenly hand that guided your ascension.